Good afternoon, everyone in the virtual village hall. I hope you are all well this Tuesday afternoon. My name's Sam Godfrey and I'm going to be bringing you the BrainFit Workout. You may have seen me on here before or you may be new, so welcome if you're new and welcome back if you're joining me once again. I know some people do this later on and remember you can catch up on any of these videos and these lives. They stay in the virtual village hall for you to do at any point. So the BrainFit Workout, remember that you can do this in bare feet or in shoes. It's completely up to you. Do be mindful of surfaces and slipping as well. And if you have got your socks on, do make sure that they're not too slippy on the floor. You can also do some of this standing. There's a section where we are standing, but if you need to be seated, you can also do it seated. And then there's a section where we move to the floor. And if you prefer not to get down onto the floor, you can do it in the chair as well. So I'll give adaptions all the way through. We're going to do a grounding section to begin with. So we've got some lovely movement. And we focus on positive affirmations while gentle movement and stretching, and then meditation at the end. So we'll make a start. I'm just going to turn this music down a little smidgy because we're going to do a grounding exercise to begin with. So standing nice and tall, softening your knees and relaxing those arms down by your side. If you prefer to be seated, sit yourself back in the chair. Relax your arms and shoulders and just be rested and still. Just take a moment to be still for a moment. Make sure that the weight is evenly distributed between both feet if you're standing. And if you're seated, just slouch back in that chair and relax. Now, if you feel comfortable doing so, you can close your eyes. If you prefer not, just soften your gaze and just allow your breathing to slow down and your arms and shoulders to relax and just be still, be grounded. And as your breathing slows down, just focus on the gentle rise and fall of your chest as you gently breathe in and out. You might notice your arms become heavier. Your shoulders begin to move away from your ears. And your body becomes more still and relaxed. If your mind starts to wander, just take a moment to focus on that breath again as you gently breathe in and out. In and out. Okay, very gently. If you've closed your eyes, begin to open your eyes. If you've softened your gaze, just widen those eyes very slowly, very gently, just bringing your awareness back. And we're going to begin that movement section. So if you're seated back in the chair, sit yourself forward, sit yourself tall. If you're standing in this grounded position, remain where you are. I'm going to pop some music on and we're going to begin some gentle movements. Okay, so staying in this position if you're standing. If you're seated, sit yourself tall, move yourself forward to the 2/3 of the chair. Thinking about posture, head and chest up. We're going to begin with some gentle arm movements, so bringing them up and down, nice and gently. Sweep your arms up to shoulder height and down, and again, up and down, with a smile. You can clench your fist or open the palm of your hand. It's completely up to you. Move in a way that feels comfortable for you. that movement, which is I feel inspired. So we're really focusing on inspiration, positivity, and motivation. So you can say the affirmation out loud or in your head as we move our body. Here we go. I feel inspired. And again, I feel inspired. With a smile, I feel inspired. Nice and gently. I feel inspired. Float those arms. I feel inspired. And again, I feel inspired. I feel inspired. Once more. I feel inspired. Bring them to the front. I feel inspired. Lift and lower. I feel inspired. And again, I feel inspired. Really mean it. I feel inspired. I feel inspired. Last time, I feel inspired. This time to the side. I feel inspired. Now to the front. I feel inspired. I feel inspired. Keep it going. I feel inspired. With a smile, I feel inspired. You're doing amazing. I feel inspired. I feel inspired. In front, I feel inspired. To the side, I feel inspired. To the front, I feel inspired. Last time, I feel inspired. Once more, I feel inspired. Relax those arms and shoulders, give them a shake and sway. Just sway gently from side to side if you're standing or seated. Let those arms and shoulders relax. Bring yourself back to center. We're going to repeat that again. Here we go. I feel inspired. In front, I feel inspired. Lift that energy. I feel inspired. Really mean it. I feel inspired. And again, I feel inspired. In front, I feel inspired. I feel inspired. And again, I feel inspired. I feel inspired. I feel inspired. Smile. I feel inspired. I feel inspired. Last time, I feel inspired. I feel inspired. And sway. Good. So you'll feel that energy lifting, getting some movement going in that upper body. Just sway nice and gently. Relax those arms and shoulders. Let that posture drop and relax. Okay, we're going to go on to lower body now. So bring yourself back to center. Nice grounding position. Sit tall whether you're standing or you're in the chair. Relax those arms down by your side. Now this is going to challenge the balance a little bit for those standing. If you're in the chair, you're going to toe tap forward. I want you to take one foot forward, then the other. So the same if you're standing, you're going to be transferring the weight. Toe tap, keep that head and chest up. If you're in the chair, pick a point on the floor, tap that toe, nice and gently. Good. Alternating legs. Now let's bring the arms in too. So take an arm forward as you take a toe forward. Opposite arm to leg. Here we go. Now it's a real inspirational and powerful, positively good workout this afternoon. So our next affirmation is feel my power. So as you point your toe and your finger, feel my power as you reach it forward. Feel my power with a smile. Feel my power. This is going to lift the energy. Feel my power. Yes. And again. Feel my power. Reach. Feel my power. Feel my power. Feel my power. Whether you say it out loud in your head, really mean it. Feel my power. Feel my power. Once more each side. Feel my power. Feel my power. And sway and relax. Fabulous. We're going to do that once more, and then we're going to put the two together, which is I feel inspired, feel my power. Bring yourself back to center. Find that grounding position. Sit tall, stand tall, in whichever position you're in. Here we go. Feel my power. Keep that standing knee soft if you're standing. Feel my power. Point that toe, reach forward with that hand. Feel my power. Yes. Feel my power. Reach it out. Feel my power. Fabulous. Feel my power with a smile. Feel my power. And again. Feel my power. Once more each side. Feel my power. You've got it. Feel my power. And sway. So we're going to do both of those together now. I feel inspired, feel my power. Bring yourself back to center, ground that body, head and chest up, shoulders back and down. Here we go. I feel inspired. I feel inspired. Get into it. I feel inspired. I feel inspired. Good. I feel inspired. I feel inspired. Feel that energy. I feel inspired. Feels good to move. I feel inspired. And again, I feel inspired. 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 Once more. I feel inspired. I feel inspired. Here we go. Feel my power. Feel my power. Reach. Feel my power. You've got it. Feel my power with a smile. Feel my power. Feel my power. Good. Feel my power. And again. Feel my power. Feel my power. Feel my power. Once more. Feel my power. And sway. Good. Should be feeling that energy lifting. Oh yes. We're going to go once more from the top. Both sequences before we take to the floor or relax back in the chair. So bring yourself back to center. Let's get inspired. Here we go. I feel inspired. I feel inspired. And again, I feel inspired. I feel inspired. I feel inspired. Strong arm movements. You've got it. I feel inspired. I feel inspired. I feel inspired. I feel inspired. Last one. I feel inspired. Feel my power. Feel my power. Reach it forward. Feel my power. Yes. Feel my power. Feel my power. Feel my power. Feel my power. And again. Feel my power. Once more. Feel my power. And sway. Wonderful. Should be feeling more energized. Feel lifted. Affirmations are a wonderful thing. Bring yourself back to center. Okay, if you're in the chair, flop up, back and relax. If you're standing, now is the time to grab your mat. If you've got a mat to lay on, you're going to have a lay down. So, if you're okay getting down onto the floor, do have a drink anytime you need one. We're going to go down to the floor. And if you're in the chair, sit back in the chair and relax. Okay. For those going down on the floor, to lay yourself down. Knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Do have a cushion for your head if you need one. And also feel free, guys, to have a blanket or anything you want for meditation. We will be moving into meditation after this little bit of a stretch session. So So, and if you're in the chair, the same applies. So it may be good to grab those bits now so you don't have to jump around when we've relaxed down a smidge. Okay. Okay, get those heels as close to your bottom as you can. If you're in the chair, I want you to sit forward slightly and sit tall on those bottom bones. If you're on the floor, heels close to your bottom. Make sure there's a gap between those knees. Arms out in the V. Now we're really focusing on that inspiring, powerful, positive and motivational with all these affirmations this afternoon. So we're going to stick with those affirmations that we've been working on. Arms out in a V. If you're in the chair, sit nice and tall, 2/3 of the chair. Those of you that are on the floor, you're going to push up through both feet. Bring yourself up into a straight line. Squeeze those bottom cheeks, then gently roll back down through the spine. If you're in the chair, I want you to squeeze and release, activating those glute muscles. Sit nice and tall. Off we go. So whether you're in the chair or on the floor, slow and steady. Lift and lower on the floor, squeeze and release in the chair. Just take a moment to notice how your body feels. Nice and gently. So getting into that movement, make sure the weight is evenly distributed between both feet if you are on the floor. We're going to add an affirmation into this movement, which is that one once again, which is feel my power. And then we're going to add in a second one, which is I feel inspired. You know these affirmations we're going to reinforce. Here we go. Feel my power. I feel inspired. Feel my power. I feel inspired. So saying them as you do these movements. Feel my power. I feel inspired. Feel my power. I feel inspired. With a smile, feel my power. I feel inspired. Really mean it. Feel my power. I feel inspired. Once more. Feel my power. I feel inspired. If you're on the floor, bring your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice hug. If you're in the chair, just gently lean forward, not too far. Give those knees a little bit of a hug and a gentle rock from side to side. Nice and gently, not too fast. Okay, gently pop both feet down onto the floor. Keep those knees and feet together. Arms rest down by your side. If you're in the chair, I want you to do the same, knees and feet together. Those of you that are on the floor, allow your knees to fall away from each other and the soles of your feet will meet. Those of you in the chair, I want to take your legs wider apart, as far as it feels comfortable for you. Sit nice and tall. Just relax into that inner thigh stretch. You can push your feet harder together if you're on the floor. Try to breathe through as you gently stretch. Now slowly bring those legs back together. You can give them a helping hand, nice and gently. Feet touch down. If you're in the chair, slowly bring them in. Just relax there for a moment. Okay, before we move into meditation, we're going to release off quite a few of the joints, ankles, wrists, to let that energy flow. So if you are on the floor, take one foot up as far as it feels comfortable. If you're in the chair, raise that foot slightly off the floor and then gently circle that foot round. You might get a little bit of cracking and crunching, don't worry. Air and then release and circle back the other way, nice and gently. And then gently pop that foot down, nice and slowly, there's no rush. And then you're going to do the same on the other side. So gently raise up that foot, circle that foot round nice and slowly one way. And then gently take it back the other way. And then slowly pop that foot down. And just relax your feet and your legs. I want you to slide them out. Let those feet flop out wider than hip width. Just relax. Now slowly, if you're on the floor, bring your hands up. So your elbows down and your hands are up in the air. If you're in the chair, just bring your hands up a little bit higher by your side. And we're just going to circle one hand one way. So you're releasing off the wrist, just gently circling it one way. Nice and gently. And then change direction in your own time. And then relax that hand down. And we're going to do the same on the other side. Circle it round. And change direction. And then relax your hand down. And just be rested and relaxed. If you're in the chair, sit back in the chair, relax your arms down by your side. If you're on the floor, let those feet flop out, arms down by your side, and just rest and relax. Okay, from here we're going to move on to the meditation section. So guided meditation to finish the BrainFit workout, to really get you rested and relaxed. Also really focusing on that inspiring, powerful and positive affirmations. So you can remain laying down if you wish. Do grab a blanket cushions. You can be seated. So I'm going to change the music. With meditation, it's pretty much up to you how you wish to be most comfortable. We're all different in that respect, and meditation is a very personal thing. So you can be laying on your side, on your back, on your front. You could be seated, you could be standing in a chair, on the floor. Pretty much up to you. So now is the time to find that position that you would like to be most comfortable in to enjoy some guided meditation. So do grab cushions, blankets, make yourself as comfortable as possible. I am going to change the music to something a little bit even more chilled out. So now is the time. Get yourself nice and comfy. Now with meditation, you can close your eyes if you wish. Let me see if I can find it. But yeah, do grab all the bits that you need to find for you to get nice and comfortable. There we are. Perfect. I might have found it. There we are. Okay. So, relax yourself down. I'm going to dim the lights slightly. And I'm going to begin with some lovely guided meditation. So get yourself in a nice, comfortable position, comfortable and rested position for you. Make sure you're warm. Okay, and close your eyes if you feel comfortable closing your eyes. And just allow your breathing to slow down. So we're going to begin the meditation with some gentle breathing exercises. So I want you to take a nice deep breath in and exhale for as long as you wish. Really relaxing down with that outward breath. This time, when you take a nice deep breath in, I want you to hold that breath for a count of 2. So take a nice deep breath in and hold for 1, 2, and exhale. And relax. This time I want you to hold the breath, take a deep breath in and hold for a count of 3. So take a nice deep breath in and hold for 1, 2, 3. Exhale. And relax. And as you gently rest and relax, just notice the gentle rise and fall of your chest as you breathe in and out. If your mind starts to wander, just draw your attention back to your breathing as you gently breathe in and out. In and out. Now I want you to draw your attention to those positive affirmations that we've used in the movement section today. I feel inspired. Feel my power. Strong, positive, and motivational affirmations. Just take a moment to think about something that inspires you. Positive affirmations are so powerful. And as you gently breathe in and out, really soak in that positive, inspiring energy we created with all those positive affirmations. And remind yourself, I feel inspired. Feel my power. Really soak it all in as you're still, calm and relaxed. Okay, very, very gently, I want you to begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, just gently bringing your awareness back to the room. If you had your eyes closed, keep your eyes closed for now. Just wiggle those fingers and those toes. And if your eyes are closed, just take your hands and cup your eyes. And when you feel ready, just opening your eyes behind your hands. So you're giving your eyes time to adjust to the light. And then when you feel ready, floating those hands away. Just take a moment to bring your awareness back to the room. Now if you're laying down, bring yourself very gently and slowly up into a seated position. If you're sitting in the chair, have a little bit of a wiggle, sit yourself up a little bit taller. You might want a bit of a stretch and a move. Take your time, there really is no rush. Bring yourself into a seated position and just being seated however you feel comfortable. So you can have your legs out in front, your legs crossed, and just if you've got a blanket around you, keep it around you, keep yourself nice and warm. Okay. And then once you're in that seated position, just give yourself a moment. Okay. So if you're in the chair, sit nice and tall. If you're on the floor, try and sit yourself tall if you can. Like I said, do keep the blanket around you. We're going to finish on the floor or in the chair today rather than in standing. A little bit different. So we're going to place one hand on your chest, really splay those fingers, one hand on your belly. And just feel the warmth, feel the energy on your hands. And the gentle rise and fall of your chest. And we're going to finish off with that affirmation. We're going to say it 3 times, I feel inspired. And then I'll hopefully send you on your way to have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. So you can say it out loud or in your head. Here we go. I feel inspired with a smile. I feel inspired. Once more. I feel inspired. Now slowly float your hands away. You'll feel the warmth, you'll feel the energy in your hands. Just relax them by your side. And we're done. Fabulous. I hope you enjoyed that. I will go back in afterwards and have a look at all your comments. If you have any questions and all wibbly wobbly, do be careful when you get yourself up. Do take your time to get up from the floor because you have been on the floor quite a while or in the chair. So do remember to take your time. I hope you really enjoyed that. I will be back in a fortnight's time with the walking workout, which I also do on the Virtual Village Hall. Thank you to the Virtual Village Hall for having me. And do donate. They're a fabulous service and there's some wonderful, wonderful things you can take part on this, on the Royal Voluntary Service and the Virtual Village Hall offer. Have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. I'm Sam Godfrey and I hope you enjoyed the BrainFit workout. Take care.